You spend over 12 years in school, morning after morning, same routine. Sit down, listen, memorize, repeat. And nobody ever stops to ask you something important. Do you actually know how money works in the real world? Because one day you graduate, and suddenly you're expected to figure everything out. Rent, bills, debt, life. But the system that shaped you never really taught you how to build wealth. The silent shock. There's a moment most people don't talk about. It happens after school ends. You get your first real income, maybe a job, maybe freelance work, something small. And for a short moment, you feel relief. Then reality hits. Money comes in, and almost immediately, it leaves. And you sit there thinking, wait, is this it? That quiet confusion is the beginning of a bigger truth. The first realization. School teaches you how to pass tests, but life doesn't work like that. There's no answer key, no teacher telling you, good job, you did it right. Just decisions and consequences. And money. Money is part of that system. Why the system feels. School was never really built to teach financial freedom. It was built to teach structure. Show up on time, follow instructions, complete tasks, respect the system. And that works for stability, but not necessarily for wealth, because wealth requires something different: risk, ownership, thinking beyond instructions.
Let's imagine two people, not better or worse, just different paths. One person chooses the traditional route. They study hard, get a stable job, and build life step by step. The other person still studies, still works, but starts asking different questions early. Where does money actually come from? Why does income stop when I stop working? Is there another way to build this? Same starting point, different mindset. The gap that no one explains. The biggest gap in education is not knowledge, it's awareness. Nobody really explains how debt quietly builds, how inflation slowly reduces buying power, how assets and income are connected. So most people only learn these things after real life forces them to. The emotional truth. And this is where it gets personal. Because at some point, you don't feel uneducated anymore. You feel behind, like everyone else understood something you missed. But the truth is, you were never really taught to look for it. At some point, something changes. You start noticing patterns. Some people work more, but still struggle financially. Others don't seem to work more, but slowly build stability over time. And you start asking, what am I not seeing here? That question is where financial awareness begins. What school actually gives you? School gives you something valuable: discipline, structure, basic knowledge, social foundation. But it doesn't complete the picture, because real financial life includes things like managing uncertainty, understanding value over time, making decisions without clear instructions. And those are not taught in a classroom. They are learned in life. The reality check. Nobody is saying school is useless. It isn't. But it's not the full system. And when people expect it to be, that's where confusion begins. Because life doesn't reward memorization. It rewards understanding. Eventually, every person reaches a moment where they realize, if I don't learn this outside of school, I might never learn it at all. And that's when self-education begins. Books, conversations, experience, mistakes, real learning. Final message. School gave you the foundation, but what you build on top of it, that part is yours. No teacher is coming to explain it.
No exam will test it, just life and the choices you make. If this made you think differently, don't just scroll past it. Take a second and subscribe to the channel, because every video here is designed to help you see money, life, and success from a different angle. No shortcuts, just real thinking. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think schools should teach financial education, or is it something you must learn on your own? Write your answer in the comments. I read them all.